So it's my great pleasure to introduce our next head coach, Luchi Gonzalez.
I think we have a great opportunity in our model to take the next step and do something different in our history.
Barrios is going to give it a go on his own, and he scores the first goal of the year for FC Dallas.
The pass back, Acosta!
Support in the middle from Acosta, who has won the game for FC Dallas.
Carlos Vela running up with his left foot, and Luchi Gonzalez makes it save. Barrios has options, he slides it across, and FC Dallas have their first goal. Obviously Vancouver not obliged to play it out, and they just scored! It's 2-2, they've done it to FC Dallas here again. Skeda with it, Skeda having a go. Away by Griot, a second chance, and it falls for Budgie. And now it's a chance immediately, and Montreal has converted. Early goal. Lapalainen again, and it's Lapalainen who's in, and he makes it 2-0. Little space to cross it. Oh, and what a touch! A save by Bush, but the rebound is put back in. And he slams it in to make it 3-2 in the 85th minute. A handball off the last corner kick led to that penalty, and it comes to Barrios, and it's in! What a run! Flick to the back post and in! For right to Ziegler. And smashes it with the left foot into the corner. Driving it to net twice here early in the second half. Zdeněk Drosik has scored off crosses. It's 4 now for FC Dallas. Now they find an opportunity for Zdeněk Drosik, and Cobra's in and they score! The Cobra strikes again! Shot by Mascara was blocked. And an attempt by Ferreira! It is over, and FC Dallas is in the playoffs.
He'll swing this ball in front, tracking free, headers a goal! Acosta got it in! It's 3-0! Morris the header, and bounces in! 4-3 in extra time!
Get your head up. Get your head up and believe. We have a great group. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep working. It's going to be ours. The cup is going to be ours. Let's set the tone. Intensidad, agresividad, pero con control.
You know, New England, obviously we were disappointed not to win at home. It's the opening game. We want to start the season with a clear win.
We think they're going to have a certain way, so no surprises. No va a haber sorpresas.
The game felt almost like a preseason game, to be honest, in terms of where we were with our rhythm, our fitness, our concepts, our confidence.
Budgie with a touch of the halfway line, and it will fall for Barrios. He's got one player with him in support. That's Mascara, but Barrios is going to give it a go on his own, and he scores the first goal of the year for FC Dallas. Brilliantly done by Michael Barrios.
When we're playing out of the back, are they dropping a little bit? Are they dropping a little bit? Are they really high pressing or no? No, they're dropping a little bit.
That's a good reflection for us as a staff going into 2020, that we want to make sure we get to that game one feeling like it's game one in those aspects and those criteria. So we have some ideas of our preseason for next year to give us more opportunities in playing MLS competition to be more game one ready.
And it's 1-1 in the 2019 opener, FC Dallas and New England Revolution.
On both ends of the ball, we wanted to be better. But it was our first game as a staff, as a group, and it was important that we took the positives quickly and embraced them, and know that the first win is going to be there for the next opportunity. That's how the team responded. Against LA, you know, it was a team that was missing Zlatan because of an injury.
Today we're going to penetrate more.
Whether he was on the field or not, we had a conviction. We learned some good lessons against New England, and we came out and we imposed, I felt, better from the beginning, and we scored.
And Hedges hit very hard, and it's a PK. Ziegler then to take. Dallas gets it to go. Reader Ziegler from the spot to make it 1-0 for FC Dallas.
We scored the first goal, and then we went into half with a mentality of, hey, let's not give this away again in the second half. Let's come out and win the second half as well.
Acosta!
Which we were able to do and push to get that win.
As we get to 94, Villarreal says that is it.
For this moment, and let's be hungry for more of these moments. Yes, boys? I can't wait till the next opportunity to get to training and keep learning and keep growing with you guys. Listo, juntos.
Last time FC Dallas were here was the day Mercedes-Benz Stadium opened its doors to Atlanta United for the first time back in September 2017. Atlanta won 3-0.
Now, Atlanta United has a severe home field advantage just because of that stadium and that environment and how many fans they have. I think it's one of the toughest places to play at in MLS. You know, getting that victory this year was one of 2 teams winning during season was probably one of the toughest things we've ever had to do. But the team was ready for it.
Support in the middle from Acosta, who has won the game for FC Dallas. It's a dagger to the heart of the champions.
And, you know, I think everyone kind of went into that game with a sense of, you know, confidence and courage, believing in themselves that we can win anywhere, you know. And I think that's, you know, the motto with Luchi kind of embedding into this team that, you know, this team is capable of beating any team anywhere at any time.
You know, that was a moment where we had national team call-ups. We had some injuries. We were really being tested as a group. It was a tough moment that really tested us. This group, they really took pride in that next man up mentality. What we lost there, we also gained. We gained in preparation, we gained in experience. Young players got opportunities and they learned and they helped this team compete. And so much so that they became valuable players as the rest of the season went on.
Can you be a footballer, but can you also fight? Because both are important. Take it to the next level. Fight like you've never fought before. I challenge you in training to be a bigger fighter than you've ever been before. Take care of business. We're pushing the game. We want time. We want space. We're going for this. No fear.
We are a good team and show it together. FCD on 3. 1, 2, 3. Allez! Rooney is alone with Matt, you know, that's fine.
I get it, but now, okay, that's fine. We'll look at the video, but now it's one less.
Put back in here by Ryan Hollingshead and right in front. And I don't know how much he knew about it, but it is a goal.
I'm Shawna Gordon, and you're watching SCD TV.
I'm gonna put this in our brains already. We have to start strong. You decide. Do you want to react or do you want to push the game? What do you want to do?
Mosqueda with it. Mosqueda having a go at Hara. Away by Brianna. Second chance, and it falls for Bachi.
I'm absolutely so proud because this is a game that we wanted bad. Let's not be satisfied.
In that game against Montreal, it was so volatile. And in that volatility, there was some really low moments for us.
And now it's a chance immediately, and Montreal is converted. Early goal that falls for Lapalainen at the top of the box.
This is a game, we actually go down 3-0. I would say the percentage of coming back is so low.
And it's Lapalainen again, and it's Lapalainen who's in, and he makes it 2-0. The tighter, little space to cross it. Oh, and what a touch!
We just wanted to show that we can respond in the next moment. It's a moment where Cobra comes into the game.
A save by Bush, but the rebound is put back in. There's the first goal for Zdeněk Drosic.
He comes into the game, there's this added energy of the group to just refuse to accept that scoreline, and they just started to push.
I didn't actually think much about the goal. The first thing I did, I was pushing the guys to do it because I knew at the moment that the guys can do it and we can do it together.
Cobra is a fantastic example that we can be in difficult situations in our careers and there's challenges, but things can bounce your way.
Hollingshead coming in, headed back towards goal by Ricardo Pepi. Handball, shout, penalty!
It was very important because at the moment it was getting closer to the playoffs. We were where we were, and not everyone has the big experience here in the team, so it's not easy to keep the head calm and focus for next games. For sure, it was very important game and point.
For the rest of the season, we always reference and say, do you remember the mentality that we showed against Montreal? Can we show that from the beginning?
Second place team right now has 43 points.
Obviously, any game against Houston Dynamo is going to be a special opportunity to leave everything on the field and do our best.
Derby is always special. I always said it doesn't matter if you're first there, last or opposite. It's always going to be a special game, and it was. I will always remember it because it was my first goal here at the stadium, first two. So of course I will remember this game, and win Derby 5-0. It's beautiful.
It is a 3-0 lead for FC Dallas.
It's a battle. It's always going to be a battle, and we always trying to win it. All growing up to the academy, they made sure that we know that that was our rivalry, and now that we're in the big stage, you know, we wanted more.
All the way in to beat Joe.
Not only is that rival reflected by our play, but I think, you know, Luchi's kind of embedded in it too. And, you know, he can really tell, even through the academy, it was like that. You know, I think it being, you know, transitioned to the first team and down to the academy, it's really it's been symbolic, you know, keeping that here this year. So, you know, we're ready to keep it next year as well.
We took a tough scoreline against Chicago, away where we were off in our balance defensively. We gave up too many spaces through the midfield and in the back line and in the box, and we got punished for it. And now we go to Seattle away in a hard environment against a direct conference rival, and we have to respond. And so I thought that was a great opportunity for us to do that. And I thought we did it, one of the best performances without the ball in the season in a hard environment at Seattle.
Seattle is obviously another tough opponent. I think it's kind of in the same realm of the Atlanta United department, that they have an unbelievable stadium, an unbelievable amount of fans. It's a super tough environment to play in.
The rarest of achievements for FC Dallas, a point in Seattle.
We have the opportunity to get this done now at home against Kansas City. And that was just like a quick moment, not of relief, but like, okay, all right, we're gonna do this at home. We're gonna get this done at home.
Yeah, everybody had their mind set. You know, it was our first season, you know, a lot of changes, everybody had to adapt, but that wasn't gonna stop us. We knew that in our head that was a must-win game. We were hungry. We were hungry to get into the playoffs and do our best paper for our first year. I think that game defined what we were able to do. I think everybody was ready for what was to come.
You know, they had some high-quality players on the field, and but we pushed and we showed urgency and to go for it early, and we scored some really positive goals and some positive plays.
Us making playoffs under the first year of Luchi was one of the biggest, you know, accomplishments, not only for him but for the team, because it proves that this team can thrive under Luchi's presence. You know, because I think Luchi has done an amazing job this year, and it's so hard to transition from an academy position to a first team position without knowing, you know, all of the backgrounds that accompany it. You know, that's something that Luchi has adapted to so well.
It is over, and FC Dallas is in the playoffs.
Who's the next game now? Seattle? Is that confirmed? Yeah. Confirmed. We just played there. It's fresh in our head.
Yes, the game in Seattle beforehand allowed us to at least know we were there to compete.
I know no one count on us whole year. It hurt when we got to the playoff, and even the experts on TV, they didn't even tell anything about FC Dallas, but it motivates us.
Dallas boasts the youngest team in the league this year, but there's no doubt they are the underdogs.
If you were trying this in a court of law, it's a pretty airtight case for Seattle.
Look, for FC Dallas, everything's stacked against them, and if I'm Luchi Gonzalez, I use that as motivation to take pressure off my young team and say, look, nobody's expecting you to win in this game.
keeping them shut out at home, that's huge, not only for our defense, but for, everyone on the team. It gave them confidence. It kind of helped us transition, into that playoff mode because we knew what to expect.
But boys, this is about desire. This is a war. We have to win more battles than them. We have to fight. We have to leave everything on the field. If there's anybody that can do this, it's our brothers. It's you guys. I love you guys. Can do this tonight, all right?
It's our moment, and we are not here to sit back. We are here to press. So from the first minute, let's go together as a family. FCD on 3. 1, 2, 3. FCD! Come on!
Can Dallas, one of the youngest teams ever to play in the MLS Cup playoffs, pull up the upset today? Acosta stepped in, couldn't get there. The shot from distance is a goal! Rui Diaz, 1-0 Seattle!
What I enjoyed going through as a coach and what our players I felt go through naturally is, hey, we know we can go there, push to win the game, but be more offensive minded, and we really generated well in that playoff game.
Reggie Cannon has given Dallas a lifeline.
Yeah, that was honestly one of the best moments of my career, scoring that goal against Seattle. Why the heck not? Why can't I do it? I think that's the level of eliteness I want to reach, where if someone asks me to do anything on the field, I want to be able to do it. When you have that moment where everything seems to be going against you, you can't give up then, because that's exactly when the tides will turn. And my goal kind of breathed life into the team, and I wanted to show that we can do this. It's a game that we can win.
Back to defend for Seattle. Fry staying at home. The header is in. It's a goal. It's Matt Hedges. It's 2-all. Ladero out swinging ball. Sends it. Got a touch. It's turned in. Jordan Morris from the seat of his pants. For it. He'll swing this ball in. Fry tracking free. Header is a goal. Acosta got it in. It's 3-all.
Luchi's in the pileup.
We knew what Seattle team we were facing, and we fought back 2 times from a deficit, and I think that's so huge, coming from this team, is that this team never gives up. I think that's the motto of FC Dallas, that we have the will, we have the power to keep going. And obviously the game didn't fall our way in the second extra time, but this team kept fighting back, and again, I said I couldn't be prouder.
But it's a playoff situation. We go to overtime, and we regret not putting it away.
We're down 2-0. You didn't give up. You showed the personality to climb back into this game. Get your head up.
The ball didn't bounce our way for the final result, but I know with more of those performances and more of those convictions, eventually it will.
Yeah, everybody's sad about what happened in Seattle, but everybody, we're gonna learn about what happened. We're happy that we made it that far in our first season. There was a lot of changes, how I said, and I think that we just have to look at the positive now. We just have to look at the positive and learn from our mistakes that we did.
For sure, this team has quality to be better than this year. And we were proving it whole year. We were getting better every week, every month, and I believe we can be even higher and even better. I believe we can be better than this year.
I just think the game didn't bounce our way in Seattle, and that's unfortunate, but it shows how close we are to being in an MLS Cup. So I think Luchi's done a fantastic job with everything this year. He's stepped in that position with authority. His coaching staff, Peter, Mikey, everyone has done a fantastic job this year. I just think it's up to us to kind of push to that next level.
I feel coming into 2020, we have a foundation. We have a more clear view of how we want to play this game, with a lot of things that still need to be much better and to improve. But I'd say we're a little farther in the steps to be closer to our potential, and we have the opportunity to do that in 2020.